Welcome to your Snow TV coverage of the Badger Invitational in Richfield, Utah. Here we face our first game of the day with the Montana Western Bulldogs facing the Central Arizona Vaqueros. Tip-off starts. And 35 manages to get possession. Johnson bringing up the ball. Johnson out to the right at the top of the key. Looking alley-oop up to a great alley-oop to start the game. Gertz Lasdens.
Central Arizona is going to come out in this game feeling really confident. Montana Western, this is their third game of their tournament, and they haven't really played well so far, losing both of their games and having over 100 points scored on them in both games. So Central Arizona, who lost to Snow yesterday by about 20, but that doesn't seem like so bad of a loss when you consider Snow beat Montana Western a few days ago by a score of, I believe it was 118 to about 52, and over doubling their score. So Central Arizona probably coming out with a lot of confidence. They're going to come out firing, as we see Jashawn Shetton taking their first free throw.
Couple misses both ways for both teams, and now one of two free throws will convert for the Vaqueros, courtesy of Shelton. Number 2, Derek Walker bringing up the ball. Out to Ryder. Ryder, Darko Kelly, now Shelton again. Shelton.
That was DeRocher with
Ryder
the shot.
Cannot make it.
Oh, excuse me, that was Ryder with the shot.
A beautiful shot, courtesy of
Number 35, Kareem Simmons, three-point basket.
number 35, Kareem Simmons, with a three-pointer.
Recall seeing him in his game yesterday against Snow making 2 or 3 three-pointers of his own. So one of this team's premier shooters for sure.
Ryder with the possession. Double team up top. Now out to
As we see Darko Kelly with the ball and hit that shot, that's going to become not an uncommon sight in this game, as Kelly is definitely this team's main offensive threat in terms of attacking and scoring the basket and getting to the free throw line. He's the main ball handler for this team, and they're going to turn to him a lot for the offense.
at the top of the key. Shelton misses the shot. Picked up by Montana Western. Going back the other way. Cut across, right up to the top of the key. Floater, missed it, and it's picked up by Simmons. Simmons back the other way. Simmons is going to try to go for all of it. A pass out on the key. Three-pointer made by Lasdens.
Three-point basket.
Central Arizona showcasing their ability of their centers to be able to make those long shots. Now Walker passed out to Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly, yet another one. Turnover by Central Arizona. Going to give the ball back to Montana Western. And now Walker bringing up the ball again. Walker over to Ryder. To number 12. Tried to get it to Darko. Turnover. Fast break. 24 looking for the shot. Can't get it in. Lasdens picks it up. Gives it to Shelton. Gave it back over to Westbrook. And Westbrook got the shot back in for his redemption.
That was some great passing there by Central Arizona. Getting the turnover. But not trying to force anything at the other end. Making sure they made the right passes and got the right shot. As number 2, Jashawn Shelton, is called for the foul. and that sends Bryce Torrey to the free throw line.
Number 33, Bryce Torrey.
Torrey nails the first of 2 free throws.
Number 13, Isaiah Bellamy comes into the ballgame.
And he gets the second one. So that's 2 easy points for number 33, Bryce Torrey. Johnson bringing up the ball out to Simmons. Simmons at the top. Now over to, tried to get it in the middle of the paint to Johnson, but it's going to be a turnover again. So Walker's going to bring it back up for Montana Western. Walker out to Ryder. Ryder with the layup, can't get it in. Rebound by Simmons. Simmons to Johnson. Johnson bringing it up quick. Out to Westbrook. Westbrook nails the 3.
Number 24, Josiah Westbrook. for 2.
And it looks like that's actually going to be a 2-point shot. His feet were on the line for that one. So 13-6. Walker, top of the key. Dribbling out to the baseline. Baseline. Ryder, 3. Not quite. Rebound, Central Arizona. Bellamy. Got it out to Westbrook.
We saw Ryder take that 3. He's the tallest player on this Bulldogs offense. On defense, he's often takes up the center guarding the big guys, but on offense, they kind of play him as more of a guard. And you'll see him take quite a few threes in this game. He's one of the better ball handlers on the team for the Bulldogs. And Walker brings it up.
Brings it up. Darko Kelly had the shot in. The foul came before the shot. So it's going to be a pass-in foul.
On Central Arizona, non-shooting.
Darko passes to Walker, who's setting the play. Pick and roll to Duricher. And Walker's got it at the top of the key once again. Takes a screen, gives it to Darko. Darko, long 3. Missed. Rebound, Westbrook. Strain, excuse me. Westbrook for 3. Got it!
Number 24, Josiah
16-6 early in the first half.
That's Westbrook's second 3 on the night, so great start for him.
Now it's Duricher again. Walker, 3. Can't get it in. Number 33 for Montana Western picks up the foul under the basket. Shooting foul, number 33, Peter Woye. Peter Woye coming out of Lagos, Nigeria. Or sorry, excuse me, Cameron Evans. Sorry, Woye is number 33 for Central Arizona. This is Cameron Evans from Billings, Montana, who picked up the shooting foul underneath, and he's going to miss
As you're
the
talking
first
about
one.
Woye, he's being brought into the game now, subbing in for Simmons.
Woye, subbing in for Central Arizona, is from Lagos, Nigeria, subbing in for Kareem Simmons. And the second one's going to go in. So Woye passing in to Johnson Jr., Calvin Johnson Jr., out to Westbrook. Westbrook on the three-point line. Back out to Johnson Jr. Stolen. Duricher takes a huge 3. No, he's not going to get it in.
Durocher is definitely a threat from that range, as we saw yesterday against Eastern Wyoming. He made at least 6 or 7 3-pointers from deep, especially coming in late in the game. Durocher's going to make quite a few threes tonight from deep, so he's going to always be a threat. Now we have a timeout, so we'll take a small break and be right back at you with this coverage of the Richfield Invitational.
We're back here at the Richfield Invitational. Montana Western bringing up the ball. Kelly bringing up the ball for Montana Western. He's going straight to the basket. Floater in. Unstoppable force on offense, Darko Kelly.
That's 6 points for him already on the night.
And we got a foul on the perimeter.
Actually, I believe that was a travel. Turnover by Isaiah Bellamy.
And you would be right. So Wright passes to Kelly again. Kelly bringing it up. Kelly takes another shot of his own free will and missed. Rebound, Woye. Woye to Bellamy. Bellamy for the shot. Can't get it in.
Number 25,
25, Jordan Strain with the putback shot. Wright setting up the play. Right to Darko. Darko for a shot. 22, out to Kelly again. And
There's some great passing from Montana Western as Torrey has the finish.
(13-2). Rhymes. Bellamy, open shot at the top of the key, missed it. Duricher. Miss. Rebound. Rhymes.
I would have liked to see DeRocher maybe take the open jump shot, but so far from I've seen from DeRocher, he's not interested in taking a shot really any time in the game unless it's a three or a wide open layup.
Open three made by Dominic Rhymes, his first points on the game. Kelly bringing up the ball. Kelly looking for his own shot. Up. Not even close. Foul on the shot. Kelly will take 2 free throws.
I actually believe that foul was called on the ground, so DeRocher will pass it in.
DeRocher, long three.
And there's
Nailed
DeRocher.
it.
There's DeRocher showing his range that we saw yesterday. One of this team's main offensive threats just on three-pointers alone.
Johnson Jr., I see you. Doesn't nail the bet. Kelly making his own offense. Turnover.
I think trying to force the pass down low to Earhart.
Bellamy. Bellamy is fouled below the basket by Duricher. And we've got 2 subs coming in. Jaquan Johnson coming back in for Bellamy. And number 21, Jose Olivares. Coming in for Johnson Jr.
That's only Montana Western's second foul. And if you're a coach, maybe you see that as a good thing or a bad thing. Kind of just depends on your perspective. 2 fouls halfway in the game in the first half often means that you're not playing physical enough defense.
Johnson out to
number 25,
Jordan Strain for the open shot. Walker. Kelly. Kelly back out to DeRocher. DeRocher going to try and go into the basket and loses the ball. Kelly picks it up. Now Kelly's at the top of the key. Fade away. Nope, can't get it. Rebound taken by Central Arizona. Rhymes on the baseline. Makes another shot. Western coming the other way. Walker. Walker at the top of the key, took a screen from Kelly. No, nothing there. DeRocher. DeRocher, as he was driving, looks like there was a foul on the floor. Now coming in from Montana Western, Jordan Dar. Coming in for
Montana Western, number 24.
Derek Walker.
Derek Walker.
Now Kelly with his own 3, doesn't make it. Olivares on the rebound. Johnson setting up the play.
Though Darko Kelly is largely responsible for a lot of the Montana Western offense tonight. He's taking a high volume of shots and not making a very high percentage of them. Would like to see a higher percentage from Kelly as DeRocher takes another deep three.
DeRocher tried again with a second shot, didn't pick it up. Now Johnson's coming the other way with his offense. Boye screaming he's open. Now Rhymes. Out to Olivares. Johnson. Olivares. Rhymes. Strain.
We're seeing
Boye.
some great passing so far.
Johnson. Out to Olivares. Someone's got to get a shot off. There goes Olivares. Not close enough. And Montana Western coming the other way. DeRocher. Kelly. Layup. Doesn't make it. Rebound. Central Arizona. Johnson coming the other way. Waiting for the offense to pick it back up. Sets the offense. Woye for three. Not in. And a foul on the rebound. On number 22 for Montana Western. Hunter Emmekart. Oh, looks like the foul's on Central Arizona, so the ball will be coming the other way.
Central Arizona already in the bonus with just over 9 minutes to go in this first half. A lot of fouls, and if we've seen so far in this tournament with yesterday against Eastern Wyoming, Montana Western definitely knows how to draw fouls and get to the free throw line.
And Emmekart makes the first. Second one's up. Clangs off. Boye with the rebound. Johnson coming back. Johnson to Rhymes. Olivares back to Rhymes. Rhymes to Johnson. Johnson down the middle. Layup. In. Makes a layup under pressure. Beautiful shot. Number 11 coming back the other way. Quinn McLaughlin. McLaughlin out to Ryder. Ryder going in on the paint. Misses a shot but is fouled. So more shots at the free throw line for Montana Western, who are, if anything, they want to find a lot of their offense right here on this charity stripe.
Definitely, and that was a great take by Ryder, just taking it right into the heart of the defense, and I think being met by three Central Arizona players. But a lot of times in basketball, if you just take it in hard and just kind of take it straight to the defense, they're going to end up fouling you. So way to take advantage from Ryder.
Ryder makes his second shot, 31-16 in favor of the Vaqueros. Vaqueros coming back on offense. Johnson out to Strain. Strain almost had it stolen, picks it back up. Strain gives it back to Johnson, right in the middle. Woye beat his defender. Easy shot right on the glass. Now number 5, Jose Shelley out to Ryder, who really wanted to dunk there, but someone was in front of him. He settles for a layup, which he gets, and is still fouled by Woye, so he'll have another free throw shot to make this a 3-point play.
I think that's one of those classic, is it a blocking foul or is it a charge? And really, most of the time that's just left up to the ref's eyes if he sees those feet move or if they're planted. In that time, called the block. So an and one for Ryder.
And one made. Woye passes into Johnson. Johnson out to Strain. Strain back to Johnson. Johnson has some room. He doesn't make anything of it. And number 5 tried to make it. Lasdens is back in. He couldn't make it. Now Ryder's coming the other way.
Ryder's trying to do it all himself tonight as he takes it again and gets yet another blocking foul. And that's 3 straight possessions and 3 straight trips for Casey Ryder.
Ryder back to the free throw line.
Interesting to see the tallest player on the court being the main ball handler.
Free throws up and made. One more for Ryder here. And he makes the second. 33-21. Montana Western starting to find some offense. Johnson coming back the other way. Out to Strain. Strain passes it right back. Switch onto the baseline. Woye looking for a shot. He gets in the layup.
Number 33, Peter Williams.
Well, he's playing some great post-up offense so far.
Shelley trying to get a shot in. He's blocked on the turnaround.
Didn't like that shot there from Shelley. Tried to kind of force it. Had a lot of open teammates. Could have passed it off.
Woye, another beautiful three from up top.
7 points so far for Woye in just a little under a minute.
Now Ryder out to number 24.
That's Jordan Dar.
Dar could not make it on the baseline. Johnson to Olivares. Olivares tried, got a turnover. Now McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Shelley. Shelley trying to get the ball back. Ryder on the baseline, number 22. Dar. Dar's going to get blocked perfectly by Lastons. Central Arizona coming the other way. Strain is, looks like there might have been a foul. Foul on number 24. Dar commits a foul on Jordan Strain. And we're going to have a timeout right here. We're back. Non-shooting foul from Central Arizona. They're bringing the ball in. Simmons tried to bring it in, and he is fouled. 2 shots for Simmons.
Todd Southam there with the foul.
And going to foul line to shoot 2, number 35, Kareem Simmons.
Now you see that was Montana Western's 4th foul. And Central Arizona has 10 fouls, and a lot of times in a game, the team that has more fouls is up in the game. Or excuse me, the team that has less fouls is up in the game. But not tonight, as really most of Montana Western's offense is coming strictly from fouls.
And now some pressure defense at the half-court line. McLaughlin back out to Fadness. Fadness.
That's a great block there. We get it. Probably going to see a dunk here.
What a slam! Somebody get the fire extinguisher on Lastons. What a great dunk.
And that all started with the great block from Josiah Westbrook.
Kelly missed the shot. Back out, Strain. Easy layup once again. Number 11 out to 23. 23, Southam. Now Ryder. Floater. Missed it. Own rebound. Layup. Good. Ryder catches his own rebound and makes the shot. And now the game's going to slow down a little bit. Everybody's had their fun. Johnson out to Strain. Strain up to the top of the key.
I think as we come to about 5 minutes left in this first half, I think Central Arizona has come to realize that, hey, I think we might be a lot more athletic than these guys, and if we can just run faster, we're going to be able to run up the score quite a bit.
Strain out to Johnson Jr. 3. Good.
And that extends their lead to 24, more than doubling the score of Montana Western.
Southam tried to get the rebound, couldn't get it. Strain out to Simmons. Simmons tried to get the layup up, and he was fouled and brought to the ground. Did not make the shot. Will have 2 free throws at the charity stripe.
Looked like Fadness just kind of tripped over and fell to the ground and straight into the feet of a jumping Simmons.
Will be number 35, Kareem Simmons. He'll be shooting 2.
First shot made for Simmons. Now subbing in, number 12, Derek Durichuk coming in, McLaughlin going out.
As we see DeRocher come in, don't be surprised if you see a lot of three-pointers taken by him, trying to get a spark in this offense.
Second shot, Simmons goes in. Montana Western out to Southam, back to Kelly. Kelly bringing it up. Kelly one-on-one. Ryder at the top. Ryder. Someone missed him.
Possibly a little push, exchange of some words between Darko Kelly and Simmons. Ryder trying to take it up but stripped out.
Ryder, Southam, Kelly. Kelly gonna take a shot. Missed it. Strain with the rebound. Or excuse me, Westbrook with the rebound. Now Simmons. Simmons. Lasdens for 3 from the baseline. Can't make it. So pass in on the baseline for Central Arizona. Johnson out to Simmons. Simmons hook shot blocked by Ryder. Kelly bringing it the other way. Ryder up and in on the fast break.
Casey Ryder's been the biggest part of this offense tonight.
Johnson Jr. out to Lasdens. Lasdens going to give it to Johnson. Johnson back to Lasdens, top of the key. Johnson baseline. Johnson Jr. nails the 3.
Calvin Johnson Jr. for 3.
And now Kelly bringing it the other way. Kelly bringing it out. Duricher, long 3. Way off. Johnson, fast break. Loses the ball, but is fouled on the way to the basket.
Number 2, Derek Walker. Number 33, Bryce Torrey. Coming in for
And now for Montana Western, Bryce Torrey and Derek Walker, 2 and 33 are going to come in. And Sheldon's going to come in for Simmons.
at the foul line shooting 1-1. Number 1, Jaquan Johnson.
Jaquan Johnson got 2 shots. First one up and in.
And Jaquan will get the bonus shot.
Currently in the bonus, he makes his first. Second one up and in. So now Walker is going to bring it up. He's going to get pressured on full court by Johnson Jr. Throws off Johnson Jr. Cut pass to Ryder. Behind the back! But couldn't make anything of it. Now Johnson the other way. Wide hook shot layup. Goes in. Kelly bringing it back. Kelly at the baseline. Walker for 3. Doesn't get it. Missed. Rebound, Johnson. Johnson all the way out to the three-point line, and looks like there was a foul on the play.
Interesting to see a player like Casey Ryder playing with as much confidence and swagger as he is, as his team is down, has his score being more than doubled, being down by 31 points in the first half alone. But Ryder kind of showing off some moves there.
First shot of the bonus made by Johnson. Earns his second shot. Second shot up. And good off the backboard. Kelly will bring it back for Montana Western. Kelly defended by String. Westbrook. Derricher trying to throw off a defender. He's going to go for the floater. And it's in! Montana Western gets points from Derricher.
It's a rare non-3-point look by Derek Derricher.
Johnson Jr. into the paint. Pass back out to Sheldon. Sheldon out to Westbrook. Westbrook to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. for three. Got it!
He's been shooting really well tonight, Calvin Johnson Jr. with a lot of confidence on his shot. Look to them. I expect Central to give him the ball out on the arc a lot more tonight.
Walker at the top of the play. Now Kelly. Kelly cut pass. And a dunk under the basket by Ryder, courtesy of Matthew Hitchcock.
Might have possibly been one of the least explosive dunks I've seen before, but a dunk nonetheless, still worth 2 points.
Kelly bringing the ball back after the miss. Now, it's a miss by number 33. Number 33, we don't seem to have a... And now we're managing to nail down the name. It's Bryce Torrey. Bryce Torrey, the one who fed that earlier dunk. Now he's got shots in the bonus. Misses the first one. Oh, it looks like they're in the double bonus now, so Torrey will get a second shot. Torrey, second shot, up and in for the Bulldogs. Johnson bringing the ball back. We have a minute and a half left to go in this half. Johnson shakes. Tried to get a shot right in the middle. Is fouled before he can get there. Number 12, Derek Derricher, caused the foul. Johnson's back to the line.
It's Johnson showing a lot of his speed there, cutting through 2 or 3 defenders on his way to the basket.
Johnson first shot up, and that'll earn him a second shot. Second shot up and in. Perfect on the free throw line so far, Johnson. Now Walker coming up. Walker stolen by Johnson. Johnson back the other way. He's got no one to beat. Hook shot in. Easy points for Johnson.
That's a huge morality killer if you're Derek Walker, just to be bringing the ball up and have it just taken right out of your hands by the defender, and he goes on the other end and scores a layup on you. That's just the definition of imposing their will on him, as I think Walker might have been called with the illegal screen.
So another foul by Central Arizona, and now another foul by Montana Western. Central Arizona will bring it the other way. Ryder comes out. Johnson Jr. bringing the ball up. Out to Bellamy. Bellamy. Now it's Strain. Strain. Bellamy. Sheldon. Back to Bellamy. Johnson picks it up. Johnson's letting him reset. 30 seconds left on the clock. Johnson up the middle. Bellamy for three. Missed it. Shot clock expires, and now Kelly's bringing it back up. for what will probably be the last possession of the game. Kelly letting the offense set up. Now Kelly looking, stolen by Bellamy. Bellamy brings it all the way back. Layup in. And that will be the end of the half.
You really hate that if you're a coach to give up a layup with only 5 seconds left when you had the last possession but just got stolen from you and nobody got back on defense to stop Bellamy there on the layup. And so one of the most lopsided halves we've seen here in this invitational is 67-30, more than doubling Central Arizona, more than doubling the score.
Last play very
Western.
very well defined how this entire half has gone for Montana Western. We'll take a 15-minute break for halftime. Score is 67-30 in favor of Central Arizona. Get back with us to watch the second half of this great game, brought to you by Snow TV.
Hey Badgers, I'm DJ Harris here with Snow TV, and I am joined.
I felt like our team really just deserves that win, and so
Hey Badgers, I'm DJ Harris here with Snow TV, and I am joined by Snow College basketball player Blake Truman. Thanks for joining us today, Blake.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So you've got the season starting up about right now. How do you feel about the year?
Folks, welcome back to your Snow TV coverage of Montana Western versus Central Arizona. Here to begin the second half, Montana Western gets the ball. Walker out to DeRocher. DeRocher to Walker. Walker for three. Misses it. Rebound, Woye. Now gets it to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. out to Johnson. Westbrook out to Woye. Out in the baseline, goes up for the shot. He's going to make it.
Looked like Ryder stepped on the line as he was passing the ball in, so that's going to be a turnover. As we come out in the second half, I mean, the Vaqueros have about as comfortable a lead as you can have as Ryder takes that ball away. Getting into Kelly.
Kelly
He's
with
gonna
the
dunk it.
slam. Wonderful slam from
But
Kelly.
about as comfortable as a lead as you can get for the Vaqueros. So they're going to come out, I think, play maybe pretty aggressively in these first couple minutes and then start to play just kind of safe, try to limit the turnovers, maybe get some players in that hadn't played too much before.
Now Kelly's bringing it up. Kelly passes to Ryder. Ryder down to DeRocher. DeRocher with a shot. Missed it. The rebound, tried to get it, was Jordan Strain.
Did you write it down?
DeRocher with the shot. Missed it again.
DeRocher's a lot colder tonight
Rebound,
than he
Westbrook.
has been in the past 2 nights.
Westbrook with the turnover. DeRocher gets the steal. DeRocher now facing a full court press from Westbrook.
Playing tough defense there is Westbrook.
Picks up the screen. DeRocher out to Kelly. Kelly in the paint. Hook shot. Missed it. And that's Torrey with the 2.
33, Bryce Torrey.
Bryce Torrey gets 2 points. Now has 7 on the night. Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. from the free throw line picks up 2.
Johnson Jr. is
DeRocher for 3 again. Short.
Johnson Jr. has been having a great shooting night.
Johnson Jr. back up. Passes out. Johnson.
Called for the double dribble.
Double dribble, not often something you see anymore. It's a pretty easy turnover to avoid, but nevertheless, Central Arizona picks one up, and now Montana Western coming the other way. Walker going quick, passes out to number 10. Number 10 out to Ryder. Ryder for 3. Makes it and gives the Montana Western Bulldogs their first points.
If anything has been a highlight in this game for Montana Western, it's been Casey Ryder now with 15 points on the night.
Strain missed the shot. Coming the other way, fighting for a loose ball. Looks like there was a foul. Kelly tried to pick up the loose ball and got fouled. Now Montana Western going to pass it in. Bellamy coming in for Woye for Central Arizona. Ryder, long pass out to Kelly. Kelly, one-on-one, all the way to the hoop. Easy layup, and Kelly gets another 2. Now Johnson Jr. coming the other way. Out to Bellamy. Bellamy to Johnson. Johnson right down the middle. Blocked by number 10. Sage Fadness gets the block under the middle. What a great block for someone of his size. Johnson out to Olivares. Olivares to Strain. Strain dribbles a little bit, gives it back to Johnson. Now to Bellamy under the basket. Misses. Kelly picks up the rebound and is coming back. Kelly's going to go straight to the hoop. Bounces off the defender, tries to get the shot, misses it. Working on trying to get the ball, and it's going to go to Montana Western. So
Nice.
Kelly's there to pass it in.
That's a nice hustle by Bryce Torrey. Didn't secure the rebound, but then as the ball rolling out of bounds, the Vaqueros player got his hand on it and created a turnover. So
Strains
Bryce
out,
Torrey
Laston's
working.
in.
Bryce Torrey working to get the second possession, and Derek Walker.
Derek Walker with a very nice layup. From quite far out, he was able to hook that in. And Johnson using speed. Looks like he got fouled trying to drive. That's going to be on the ground. Johnson there to pass in.
Fouls on Montana Western. The first team foul. Non-shooting.
Johnson gives it to Bellamy. Bellamy, Laston's tried to get it to Johnson right under the basket. It was tipped by Montana Western. So Laquan Johnson's going to pass it in once again. 26 on the shot clock. Lasdens. Bellamy. Bellamy, turn around. Makes it in. Kelly to bring it back up. Kelly tried to drive. Gives it to Walker instead. Walker out to Fatness. Fatness, the shot. Just missed. And now Olivares gets the rebound out to Johnson. Johnson, quick pass right into the basket to Bellamy, and he gets 2.
That's just great positioning by Bellamy, getting right under the basket and slipping back past the defense so nobody saw him.
Fadness, another shot, misses it. And Johnson bringing it the other way. Johnson Jr., spin move, ends up in a foul. And it's still Central Arizona ball. Central Arizona's offense nitpicking every conceivable weakness on the Montana Western defense, which there are many. Johnson Jr. to Bellamy. Bellamy. Lasdens at the top of the key. Now Johnson Jr. for 3. Makes the shot. He is automatic from out there. 80 points on the board already for the Vaqueros. Parker. Kelly.
Nice
Kelly
pass
puts
by
it in.
Torrey.
Torrey gives some appreciation to Kelly for the shot.
We have an official's timeout.
Looks like we have an official's timeout. Something's wrong with the eye of Olivares. So Westbrook's going to come in for him.
Josiah Westbrook re-enters the ballgame.
Pass in Bellamy to Johnson Jr. To Westbrook. Bellamy gets blocked. Fadness coming the other way. Fadness all the way to the hoop. A huge jumping block from Gertz Lasdens, but somebody was called for a foul, so Fadness will be heading to the line.
I believe the block there was by Lasdens, and that was clean, but the other defender, I think that was Bellamy coming in, just being physical and getting the body check on the lower half of Fadness's body, so he gets to shoot 2 now.
Fadness displaying a very interesting stance to shoot the ball here. He takes his free throw stance. He puts one foot in front of the other and is using his legs to shoot the ball. Didn't work the first time, but the second shot goes in. Johnson Jr. to bring the ball back. Johnson Jr. at the top of the key. Pass out to Bellamy. Bellamy's got the ball. Almost stolen. Now Bellamy all the way to the hoop. Easy shot right in the paint.
Bellamy's been having a great second half so far. Only had 2 in the first half and already 6 here.
Kelly with a long hook shot. Didn't make it in. Ball managed to stay in bounds. Central Arizona's got it. Lasdens all the way to Bellamy. Bellamy gets the shot.
Number 13, Isaiah Bellamy.
Bellamy's exploding in the second half. Now Kelly will bring the ball back. Kelly, one-on-one, runs into Lasdens, gives it to Walker. Walker for 3, way short. Air ball by Walker, rebound. Bellamy's going all the way. Misses the shot.
I think the foul might have been on the rebound, or is it on the shot here? We'll see. Bellamy's going to the line. Looks like he's going to shoot 2.
We got a foul.
And it is media timeout right now. We'll take a break.
And the media is going to take a timeout, and so will we. Currently, Bellamy's exploding. It's 84-44, a 40-point lead for Central Arizona here in the second half. Isaiah Bellamy here to shoot 2. First one short.
Isaiah Bellamy has scored each of his team's last 8 points, and make
And
that
now
9.
it's 9 for Isaiah Bellamy. Dar in the game, now bringing it up. Dar running into a multitude of defenders, picks up the foul. And the foul is put on number 4.
Coach for the Bulldogs has now taken this opportunity to put quite a few subs into the game, players that don't really get a lot of playing time. And here with 14 minutes left in the game, this is a great opportunity for the Bulldogs bench players to get some meaningful minutes. Well, maybe not meaningful minutes, but some extended playing time in the game.
Lasden's out to Bellamy. Bellamy in the middle. That's out to Rhymes. Rhymes gets the layup. So now Dar's bringing it back. Dar facing up with Johnson.
Oh, a great pass!
Wonderful inside pass. Ooh, Torrey picks up shots, gives some appreciation to Dar on that play. Johnson Jr. bringing it back. Lasden's almost intercepted, but Rhymes picks it up and makes the shot.
So far in this game, I've seen Arizona Central's clearly the better team, and they're handily blowing out their opponent. But Montana Western, and kind of an interesting cat here, is they're getting blown out, but having quite a few highlights on the game. A lot of their points coming off of impressive plays, kind of trick plays here.
Now Johnson Jr. out to Bellamy. Bellamy spins, goes for a layup, doesn't get it, is fouled once again, and Bellamy will go back to the line. So Bellamy's streak of points for the team was broken by a shot from Rhymes, but he continues to pour them in for the Vaqueros. Shot up and in. Fadness coming out, and Shelley coming in. And Simmons coming in for Calvin Johnson Jr. And Torrey coming out, being replaced by Quinn McLaughlin. Second shot up for Bellamy. Bellamy nails it. Sheldon now coming in for Bellamy. Bellamy getting a well-deserved break. Montana Western getting full court pressure, but it's passed out to Fields. Fields trying to go for the shot, doesn't get anything. Shelley couldn't get the shot off. Now it's up to Fadness.
Seeing some new faces from Montana Western, and I'm wondering why Arizona Central is electing to do a full court press here, maybe just to get a little practice in for their setup. But when you're up by as much as they are, 44 points now, it seems a little bit questionable to be running a full court press.
Traveling called on Shelley. Central Arizona will bring it back. Laquan Johnson in the game again. Out to Rhymes. Rhymes to Simmons. Simmons back to Rhymes. That was Sheldon, excuse me. And he's fouled on the play by 24, Jordan Dar.
So for team foul on Western at the foul line shooting 2. Number 2, Michelle Chill.
Sheldon makes the first, and now the second one is up and short. Kareem Simmons gets the rebound. It's knocked out of his hands. Another foul on the play.
Earhart simply just didn't box out there. He just went straight for the ball, and Simmons, all he had to do was just go around him and get that ball.
So Central Arizona will inbound the basketball.
Johnson passes out to Simmons. Simmons is now at the top of the key. Tries to pass in the middle. It's picked off by Dar. Dar ran headlong into Simmons and picks up the foul.
The 4th team foul on Central Arizona.
And now Dar's driving, gives it to Shelley. Shelley gives it a look to 21. 21 takes the shot, air ball.
That was a nice pump fake by Fields. These players for Montana Western, you're going to see them try to play really hard. They don't often get a chance to get into the game, and now since the score is so lopsided with 11 and a half minutes of the game, they're going to get a lot of minutes here. So they're going to try to show them what they can do. As that's number 5, Shelley, coming in for the impressive layup.
Westbrook out to Simmons. Simmons was blocked. And he went up for a second shot, didn't get it. Sheldon's got the rebound. Westbrook for 3, missed it. Now Simmons has the rebound. Simmons back to Westbrook. Westbrook pass inside to Simmons. Spin around. Ball was taken out of his hands, but a foul called. Dar with another foul in the half.
And one drawback to Montana Western putting in their reserve players is the tallest player on the court right now is number 2, Hunter Ehrkart, at only 6'1". And so basically playing a team full of guards right now, and Central Arizona is going to start pulling in a lot of those offensive rebounds and keeping their possessions alive.
Shelley bringing it up. Shelley facing the starting point guard on defense. And now Shelley
trying to show off his ball handles there.
Didn't get anything out of it. Westbrook tried to steal it and is sad about not getting it. Johnson Jr. coming back in to replace Westbrook.
Number 11, Calvin Johnson Jr. re-enters for the Vaqueros.
Dar to Shelley. Shelley showing off moves. Now it's out to Dar's got it. Dar for the layup. Dar makes it.
Number 24, Jordan Dar.
On the feed from Ehrkart.
It's nice to see Jordan Dar get his first points of the night. He's been playing hard and has had a few impressive plays on defense as well as offense, and gets his first layup.
Simmons fouled on the play. Will shoot 2.
Number 32, Matthew Hitchcock enters the ball game for Montana. For Central Arizona, number 5, Dirks Lantos re-enters. Also number 23, Todd Southam comes in the ball.
Got several substitutions coming in. Southam coming in. Shelley leaving.
And it's Matthew Hitchcock coming in for the first time tonight.
And Gert Lasdens is also back in the game. Miss on the free throw. Sheldon couldn't put it in.
I think Ehrkart affected the trajectory of that shot.
But Central Arizona ball again. Johnson out to Simmons. Simmons to Sheldon. Sheldon to Johnson. Johnson gives to Simmons. Now Johnson for 3. Miss. Montana Western's going to let it go out. McLaughlin is going to pick it up. McLaughlin gives to Dar. Dar will bring up the ball. Facing full court pressure from Johnson again. Getting double teamed as soon as he hits the line. Now Hitchcock. Hitchcock stuffed right at the basket by Lasdens. That's a classic case of backup versus starter.
That's at least his 3rd or 4th block on the night. Lasden's playing some impressive defense.
Those long arms of Gert Lasdens coming into play in the defense. Now Hitchcock at the line. Hitchcock looking for a shot, can't get it. Dar for a long 3.
Nails it.
Number 24, Jordan Dar for 3.
Perfect 3 from Jordan Dar. Johnson Jr. out and into Simmons. Simmons is called for a travel. It's going to come back the other way. That's a turnover for Simmons. And now number 23, Southam, is bringing up the ball. Southam's going to take a 3. A little short. Rebound, Central Arizona. Simmons bringing it the other way. Simmons going straight to the basket. Doesn't make it. It's a non-shooting foul. Oh, corrected. It is a shooting foul, and Simmons is going to go to the line for 2. Number 22 on the foul.
Also number 33, Bryce Torrey. Number 0, Zach Darko.
Bryce Torrey and Kelly back into the game.
Montana Western bringing out a couple more of their starters, perhaps to drive the score up.
We do have an official's temporary timeout. A blood issue. And number
Bellamy coming
13,
back in.
Isaiah Bellamy will come in for Central Arizona.
Simmons for his first shot. Makes it.
And Kareem will get a second shot.
Simmons gets a second shot. And he makes it. Central Arizona's Montana Western's in the bonus, and now Jordan Darr is picking it up. Getting quickly to the other side of the court. Jordan Darr out to Kelly. Kelly loses the ball. And it goes off of his knee, the officials say, so Central Arizona will get possession.
Number 12, Derek DeRocher comes back in from Montana Western.
Derek DeRocher is back in. Jordan Darr comes out. Johnson Jr. bringing up the ball. Passes to Bellamy, passes to Johnson, passes to Lasdens. Now Johnson Jr. again. Johnson Jr. gets the shot open, misses it. Rebound Montana Western. Kelly bringing the ball back. Kelly all the way to basket. Can't get it in, but is fouled by Lasdens. Kelly's going to take 2 shots here.
I was saying, you might be asking, when the team is down by 40 points, why bring the starters back in? And I just want to point out that this is Montana Western's JV team, so a lot of these players are possibly trying to find a spot on their main basketball team. And so players like Kelly, players like DeRocher or Bryce Torrey, who are constant starters, they definitely want that extra playing time to be able to show their coaches what they can do and possibly get a spot on the varsity team.
Kelly makes both free throws, and now a alley-oop from Johnson to Strain doesn't go in. Kelly brings the ball back out to DeRocher. DeRocher, long 3, missed it, and Lasdens get the rebound. Bellamy coming quickly back. Bellamy out to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. pass to Bellamy. Bellamy for 3. Miss. Kelly gets the rebound, coming quickly back the other way. Game pace is picking up quickly. Number 23 for 3. He makes it. Number 23, Todd Southam, picks up his first points of the game here with 7:50 left to go in half. Johnson to Lasdens. Lasdens is going to go all the way to the basket. And no, he passes out to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. is foul on his way to the basket. Out there in the bonus, that's going to be at least 1 free throw shot for Johnson Jr., but it is a non-shooting foul.
It is the 19th foul, so the foul shooting 1-1, number 11, Calvin Johnson Jr.
So you talked about Montana Western showing a lack of physicality by not committing very many fouls in the first half. They're already in the bonus here in the second half and have gotten a lot more physical, gotten a lot more, I'd say it's almost been a little bit more reckless with their arms and with their legs.
Definitely, and I think that comes when most of those fouls came when the coach put in a lot of their reserve players. They were coming in probably feeling pretty antsy, pretty excited to be out there on the floor, and so they're going to play really tough but really reckless defenses. That's a nice block by Bellamy, but given right back to DeRocher.
DeRocher from the free throw line gets a 2 in. And another steal from Kelly, but that one goes out of bounds, so Central Arizona will keep. Bellamy on the sideline to pass in. We got a substitution. Number 21, Eric Hart, coming in for DeRocher.
Section number 21, Joe Frields, seeing the court
Correction
for the
on
first time
that.
today. For the second time today, excuse me.
Shot doesn't go up. Kelly's got the ball. Kelly bringing it back the other way. Kelly loses the ball almost. He manages to pick it back up. 32. Out to
Tori.
Tori. Tori can't make it in. Folks, we'd like to remind you we definitely do this for school, so names can get mixed up, but that is the fun of commentating.
And we do have a media timeout.
We've got a media timeout here. We'll be right back. Currently the score 94-59 in favor of the Vaqueros. And we'll be back for the last 6 minutes and 59 seconds when we come back from this timeout. Montana Western got botched on their pass in, and it went into Arizona's hands. Bellamy gets another 2 points out of it. Hitchcock was coming the other way. Looks like we got a checking foul there. So now with both teams in the bonus, Hitchcock will go to the line. Hitchcock got not much, very much playing time. This is going to be his first chance at points in the game. First shot up and in. There's his first point for Hitchcock.
It's always good to see a player that spends most of his time on the bench be able to get into the game and get some points on the board and be able to look up at the scoreboard and think, hey, I contributed to that.
All right, well, Hitchcock now has 2 points on the game, and so Central Arizona can come back. Johnson Jr. in at guard, gives out to Sheldon. Sheldon to Bellamy. Bellamy up and misses it, catches his own rebound, puts it back up, can't make it. And it goes out of bounds and is going to be Central Arizona ball. Went off the hands of Todd Southam. Back out to Bellamy. Bellamy passes into Strain. Strain loses the ball. And this time it goes out of bounds and is Montana Western ball. Hitchcock to pass it in. Passes into Southam. Southam all the way over to Frields. Frields to hit to Torrey. Southam for three. Long three, missed it. Southam almost got his own rebound. Now it's a fight. No! Sheldon's going to come the other way. Sheldon now at the top of the key. Sheldon all the way to the basket. Loses the ball. Out of bounds. Montana Western possession. So in spite of the lack of defense, Montana Western showing some signs of offense. 61 points in the game so far. And now Parker Kelly. Now Kelly coming back. Kelly's got a clear path to the basket. He's going to take it. Gets the difficult layup right under the basket.
It's Kelly's 15th point on the night.
Johnson Jr. Bellamy all the way to the basket. He's fouled on the shot, so he'll be going to the line.
Actually, I believe they called that on the ground, but nonetheless going to the line in bonus.
Woye is preparing to come into the game. Bellamy at the line for his first shot.
After being relatively quiet in the first half with only 2 points, Bellamy has really exploded in the second half, going for his 15th point.
Woye comes in for Gertz Lasdens, who will go to the bench. Bellamy misses the second one, and Southam has the ball. Southam bringing up the ball out to Hitchcock. Hitchcock out to Ryder. Ryder all the way to the basket. Hook shot missed. Bellamy bringing the ball back. Bellamy gives it to the top of the key. Woye for three. Makes it.
Number 33.
First time touching the ball as he's back in the game, and Woye hits another shot. Southam going in. Loses the ball. Central Arizona recovers. Turnovers. Central Arizona coming the other way. Johnson Jr. out to Woye. Woye tried to take another three. Didn't do it. Strain for the layup. Doesn't make it. Ryder gets the rebound. Ryder cutting through the defense, looking for his shot, doesn't make it. Frield, Hitchcock for three, doesn't make it. And now Bellamy's got it and is coming back the other way. Bellamy trying to go to the basket, doesn't make it. He ran into his own player. Strain went up, and he made the shot. Does it count? It looks like it did.
Basket by number 25. George
Basket's good.
No, it looked like Bellamy ran into a brick wall and went straight to the floor, but no foul called since it was his own teammate.
So Strain picked up the shot and is now going to get a free throw opportunity. Olivares coming in for Bellamy.
And I want to point out that with the last 2 points scored by Central Arizona, that marks the third straight game that these Montana Western Bulldogs have given up over 100 points in a college basketball game. Not a good sign for your defense if you're the Bulldogs.
Point made, 103 now for the Central Arizona Vaqueros. Now Montana Western coming the other way. Fadness in the game. Fadness at the top of the key, tries to drive, doesn't make it. Ryder for three, doesn't make it. Hitchcock tried to get the rebound, doesn't get it. Simmons brings it down. Johnson Jr. bringing it back. Johnson Jr. turnover. Hitchcock bringing it back. Hitchcock was driving and got a little push and is told he stepped out of bounds by the refs. So Woye is going to pass it in to give the Vaqueros another possession. Johnson Jr. still in at guard, brings it up. Little switch around Woye. Woye being told he stepped out of bounds now. And so Montana Western will get the ball back. Ryder gives it to Shelley. Shelley now in the game. Shelley facing up against Johnson Jr. Now double teamed. He gives it to Ryder. Ryder is trying to get to the basket all by himself. Doesn't get there. Turnover. Central Arizona picking up the fast break. Johnson Jr. all the way out to Olivares. Olivares doesn't make the shot. Simmons picks up the rebound and goes all the way to the hoop and puts it in. Shelley bringing it back. Shelley up against Johnson Jr. Shelley trying to go to the basket himself. Goes for a layup, doesn't get it. Central Arizona, Johnson Jr. coming back. Now Simmons. Simmons back to Johnson Jr. A hard foul under the basket on Woye. Ryder kind of hit him in the face there, so Central Arizona is going to get the ball.
Woye then kind of going and bodying up Ryder, letting him know, like, hey, you can't foul me like that.
So Woye is going to go to the line.
A little bit of disagreement there with...
we do have a flagrant one.
And so the refs are going to call it a flagrant.
So that one's shooting 2, number 33.
Wouldn't disagree with that so much. It was a pretty hard hit to the face on Ryder, and to be honest, it may not have looked intentional per se, but it certainly wasn't necessary.
For sure.
So Woye made the first shot.
I think that's a case of where Woye originally, I think, just called for a standard foul, but Woye talking to the refs a little bit, as well as Ryder, and the refs decide that, yeah, it's a flagrant.
So the flagrant turned into 2 points for Central Arizona, and now Johnson has the ball. Johnson looking for his own shot. Misses it. Fadness almost had the rebound, but it got batted out of his hands. They say last touch Montana Western, so Central Arizona still has the ball here. Just 3 minutes left to go, and it's 107-63. Simmons, now Woye, now Sheldon, now Johnson. Johnson's going to take a three. Missed it. Hitchcock with the rebound. Now to Fadness. Fadness will bring the ball up court. Fadness, the pass into the paint. Torrey picks up the and one. Wonderful hook shot for 2 points, and now he's at the line.
Bryce Torrey with the basket. He's also fouled. Will be going to foul on to shoot one. We have a technical foul.
Looks like someone's getting called for a technical here.
We will shoot the technical foul first. Then we'll come back and shoot the
Technical foul called on Montana Western.
Not sure what Montana Western did here to warrant a technical foul. Perhaps it was the coach or maybe one of the players saying something to the ref that ref didn't appreciate.
So Woye will take a shot for Central Arizona, and that's short. He's going to get 2 shots. Second one in for Central Arizona. And now we'll go back to the other side of the court for Hitchcock to take his free throws.
the other end, number 33, Bryce Torrey will be shooting.
Excuse me, Bryce Torrey, who's taking those free throws. And it's just going to be one here as he's got the N1. Shot is up for Torrey, and it's in. 108-66. Johnson Jr. bringing it up court. Olivares takes a three, misses it. Rebound, Hitchcock. Hitchcock bringing it back. Hitchcock out to Shelley. Shelley for three, just rolls out. And it's taken back up by 32. And there's a foul on the play. Hitchcock will take more shots.
Hitchcock's been getting quite a few minutes here in the second half, which is good for him. He's doesn't often get into the game, and now is taking advantage of this opportunity to show the coach that he's here and he wants to play.
Misses on the first. And he hits the second. Hitchcock. So Johnson still in at guard for Central Arizona. He's going to bring the ball up. Passes to Woye. Woye over to Olivares to Sheldon. Sheldon down the middle. Fouled on the shot.
We saw this in both games yesterday and kind of all throughout this tournament, that even though the scores are so lopsided, in the last 2 minutes of this game, as we have 2:03 left in this game, you're still going to see a lot of fouls committed, maybe players still showing a bit of frustration with how badly they're being beaten. But you'd think this late in the game, they just get in their defensive stances and try to get the game to end, but not this time.
Sheldon makes the first of two. And he makes the second of two. Shelley coming back. Shelley out to Torrey. Torrey back to Shelley. Shelley out to Dar. Dar gonna take a shot about the free throw line. Makes it. Dar's picked it up on offense here in the second.
Dar with 7 points off the bench.
And now Johnson to Olivares to Simmons. Now to Sheldon. Makes a move. Passes to Woye.
Saw a weave there from Arizona.
Johnson trying to go for the shot. Another foul from Matt Hitchcock. Hitchcock fouls Johnson Jr. and Johnson Jr. now going to the line.
Bonus situation here, so the foul line shooting 2. Number 11, Calvin Johnson Jr.
Johnson makes the second of 2. And so now Shelley's got the ball. Shelley bringing it up against Johnson. Shelley looking for a look. Doesn't get it. Almost stolen. And it is stolen, but Dar picks it up. Dar is going to bring it back from Montana Western. Dar racing down court, looking to make something out of the turnover. Goes up for the shot. Misses it. Rebound, Central Arizona. Wole's got it. Gives it to Simmons. Simmons going to bring it back. Under a minute left to go now. Simmons straight to the basket. Fouled. Misses the shot. That's another foul on Hitchcock.
At the foul line shooting 2, number 35, Corey Simmons.
Simmons going to take 2 here. Second one, first one up, and good.
Just want to remind viewers at home that we'll be back at 3 o'clock streaming Snow College versus Eastern Wyoming for the final game of this Richfield Invitational, and that'll be brought to you by us again at Snow TV.
Jordan Dar, full court pass, goes for 3, doesn't make it. Simmons got the ball back. Now Johnson. Johnson's going to take his own 3, misses it. Sheldon gets the rebound. Offensive rebound now Simmons. Simmons, hook shot, fouled again. Just under 30 seconds to go here. Scores 112-69.
These last 2 minutes in this game have been drawn out to be a lot longer than 2 minutes with all these fouls that are being committed. Both teams have been in the double bonus for quite some time now.
Simmons first shot, up and in. Simmons getting ready to take his second shot. Second shot up and in for the Vaqueros. 114-69. Jordan Dar bringing the ball down court. Dar straight out to Torrey. Torrey gave it to Hitchcock, struggling with it a little bit. Tony 1 for 3, misses it.
And I think
11 seconds left, and that looks like it's probably going to be the game. Everybody's slowing down now. Last 5 seconds, and that will be it. And the final score, 114-69. Central Arizona brings the win back. Montana Western gives up over 110 points for their 3rd straight game. Leading scorers on the day. For Montana Western, most of the offense coming as from Zach Darko Kelly, who had 16 on the day. Casey Ryder also providing a lot of offense with 16. And for the Vaqueros, the leading scorer for the Vaqueros is none other than Isaac Bellamy, who exploded in the second half and brought down 16 points. Calvin Johnson Jr. brought in another 15. All in all, a great game to watch, and we'll be back here to see the Snow College Badgers take on Eastern Wyoming in just 20 minutes. Fans, we'll be right back, but thank you for tuning in to your Snow TV coverage of the Badger Invitational in Richfield.